Okay, so let's say you're looking for some alternative ways to invest, especially with prices going crazy these days.
Right. It feels like everything is getting more expensive.
Exactly. And that's where we're diving into WeSave today.
Interesting company.
Yeah, it's an e-commerce platform, but with a bit of a twist.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. They've kind of like blended online shopping with tangible asset investing.
Right, and even equity ownership. Like you can actually own a piece of WeSave just by shopping there.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's unlike anything I've seen before. Well, they're really focused on this idea of diversifying wealth, not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Makes sense, especially in this economy.
Yeah, exactly. And they're doing it through tangible assets.
So like real estate or something.
Well, real estate could be part of it, but they're also talking about things like precious metals, rare coins, even collectibles. WeSave is basically saying, instead of watching your money just disappear with inflation, why not invest in something tangible?
Yeah.
And they're actually putting their money where their mouth is because they invest a portion of their own revenue and capital into these things they call investables. And they're giving their members a chance to get in on that action too. Stuff that people actually want and that holds its value.
Interesting. So they're not just suggesting this to their members, they're actually using this strategy for the company itself.
That's right.
Well, they call it a WeCommerce model.
WeCommerce.
Yeah, basically it's this cooperative ecosystem, merchants, consumers, investors all working together.
Okay, I like that. WeCommerce. Before we really get into it, we got to talk about the disclaimers. So, like right off the bat, they say they're not financial advisors, they're financial educators.
Exactly. And WeSave's disclaimer is upfront about that they specifically say you should talk to a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.
Makes sense. Well, our source material talks a lot about the problem of inflation and how our dollars just aren't going as far as they used to.
Oh, yeah. I feel that every time I go to the grocery store.
Right.
That old idea that cash is king, it just doesn't feel as true anymore.
Exactly. So if cash is no longer king, what's the alternative? Where does WeSave fit into all of this?
Instead of just holding on to cash, they're putting their money into things that have historically held their value, even when the economy is shaky. Interesting stuff.
But the heart of WeSave, at least from what we're seeing, is these 3 membership levels.
Yeah.
Basic, which is free. Premier, which is $150 a year. And then there's VIP.
Okay, let's break it down then.
Yeah, let's start with basic. Your entry point into the WeSave world.
Gotta love free.
Right. You join, you shop, boom, rewards.
Easy peasy.
2% cash back on eligible purchases. Right away. And a 1% referral income.
Ah, so if you bring in friends or family.
Yep. They join. You earn a little something from their purchases, a little passive income stream.
I see. And of course, that helps WeSave grow too, right? More people join, the network expands.
There are a few perks that you get for becoming a Premier member. Premier, which is $150 a year.
Uh-huh.
So right off the bat, they're offering fractional ownership through 1 share of their Series P preferred stock.
Yeah, you get a piece of WeSave just for being a member.
Okay, so then in addition to that fractional ownership, they're also giving you a pro rata share of this preferred dividend allocation account.
Yeah, so pro rata just means you get a slice of the pie based on how many members there are. Premier is like, you dip your toes in the water, you start earning equity points with every purchase you make.
Okay, hold on. Equity points, what are those?
Well, think of it like loyalty points you get at a coffee shop.
Oh, so instead of a free latte, I get...
You get something way better than a latte.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, each equity point represents a portion of preferred stock in the company.
So as I shop, I'm actually building ownership in WeSave.
You got it. The more you spend, the bigger your slice of the pie.
Wow, that's incredible. So with Premier, every time I buy something, I'm not just getting the product. I'm also investing in the company.
Right. And then we have the VIP memberships, which is where things get really exciting.
Okay, I'm ready for the excitement. Lay it on me. What's so special about VIP?
Well, with VIP, you still earn equity points, just like with Premier. But here's the difference. You get a monthly gift of equity points based on which tier you choose.
So it's like free stock just for being a member.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So the more I spend, the more equity points I earn. And with VIP, I get bonus equity points every month on top of that.
Right. But there's another big perk with a VIP. You also earn something called VIP points.
Okay, now you've got my attention. VIP points. What do those get you?
Think of VIP points as your key to the WeSave treasure vault.
Treasure vault. I like the sound of that.
You can use them to redeem actual tangible assets, things like gold, silver, rare coins, even limited edition artwork. Well, with both tiers, you get access to this thing called the WeSave Redemption Store. And that's where you can trade those VIP points for tangible assets. So the higher the tier you choose, the more VIP points you get each month. And that means you can build your tangible asset portfolio faster. It's a really interesting way to think about rewards programs.
I'm intrigued. You own part of a company trying to change how we shop, and you build your own collection of stuff that holds its value.
You got it. And it's smart they pick tangible assets because those are often what's called a hedge against inflation. Imagine you put $60,000 into gold back in 1970 today. That'd be worth like $4 million.
$4 million? Okay, yeah, now you've really got my attention. But how does all this actually work? What are the VIP memberships like?
They've got 2 levels, each with different perks and how fast you get points, and they really focus on helping you learn as you go so you can make good choices in the kind of assets you want.
All right, hit me with those membership details so our listener can see what might be good for them.
First one's $450 a month, gets you 45,000 equity points every month, which is like 3 shares of that preferred stock. But there's more. You also get a 4% match on all your shopping that month in, you guessed it, more equity points.
So the more you shop on WeSave, the more you own. I like that. What about the VIP points at that $450 level?
You get $67.50 worth of VIP points each month. That's 15% of your membership going towards building your own little treasure hoard.
Not bad for the lower tier. You're getting in on both sides of their strategy. But I'm guessing that $900 membership is where it really gets interesting.
Oh, it definitely does. $900 a month, you're getting double those equity points, 90,000 of them.
So that's 6 shares of preferred stock every month just for being a member. That's pretty serious ownership you're building up.
Exactly. Plus, to make it even better, you get a 5% match on all your purchases in equity points. So you rack up those shares even faster.
Oh, more shares, higher match rate, and I'm guessing those VIP points get a boost too.
You bet. $180 in VIP points each month at that level. That's 20% of your membership going towards those tangible assets.
So that higher tier, it's like hitting the fast forward button on your WeSave journey.
Both of them are a pretty unique way to build equity and a collection of things that hopefully go up in value.
This is all pretty fascinating, for someone like our listener who loves to learn and explore new ideas.
You could turn your everyday spending into owning a piece of history or part of a growing company.
Yeah, there's something about owning a piece of history. It's like a real connection to the past. But okay, sentimentality aside, what makes them good investments? Like financially speaking.
Yeah. Well, a lot of collectibles, think rare coins, precious metals, they have what's called intrinsic value. The material itself is worth something. Gold, for example, it's used in tech, medicine, all sorts of stuff. So even if the market tanks that gold coin you've got, it's still gold.
Value might go up and down, but it's not going to just vanish because the material itself is valuable.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you've got scarcity. A rare coin from like centuries ago or a first edition of some famous book, those are valuable because there's only so many of them. The rarer it is, the more it could be worth later on.
Supply and demand, right? Limited supply, lots of demand, price goes up. But I'm guessing not all collectibles are equal. How's someone new to this figure out what's going to hold its value or even go up in value?
And that's where WeSave tries to step in. They've got a whole team, specialists, who pick the stuff available for those VIP points. They're looking for pieces that have history behind them, but also have a good chance of being worth more later.
So they're doing all that research so their members don't have to. That makes it less scary for someone who's just starting out.
Exactly. And it's not just about finding those rare items. WeSave also gives you like educational stuff, tools to help you learn about different types of collectibles, like their history, what makes them valuable, all that.
So they're helping their members become, like smarter collectors. It's not just buying and selling. It's about understanding the whole market.
That's the idea. They want a community of people who know what they're doing, who make good choices, and to make it even more like a community, they give VIP members early access to limited edition stuff.
Oh, so it's like a special club.
Exactly. It plays into that collector part of us, right? Wanting something unique that not everyone can get.
I see how it all fits together now. But what about the practical stuff? Someone starts getting all these collectibles through WeSave. Where do they put them? Got to store them all at home.
That's a good question, especially with valuable stuff like coins or precious metals. WeSave thought of that. They offer secure storage, for their members.
Don't have to worry about keeping it all safe at home or finding some storage place you can trust.
Right. They've really thought it through, from learning about it to getting the items to keeping them safe.
Okay, so WeSave makes it easier to get these things and to keep them safe. So yeah, even though WeSave's focusing on stuff with history and real value, there's still risk.
Right. But to be fair, one of the basics of being smart with money is diversification. And WeSave, with their two-pronged approach, the equity and the assets, that can actually be a good thing.
So even if one part isn't doing great, the other part could balance it out, like a balanced breakfast. Got to have a bit of everything to be healthy.
Exactly. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But still, got to be level-headed about this, have realistic expectations, and, like, how does it fit into your overall financial plan? All that.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We've given you the rundown on WeSave. Now it's up to you to take that information and make the choice that's right for you.
Well said. If you're thinking, hey, turning my spending into potential wealth, that sounds awesome, go check out their website, www.investwesave.com. See the memberships, learn more about how they do things.
Remember, knowledge is power. And the more you know about the world of finance, the better equipped you'll be to navigate it successfully and build the future you want.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive.